Hello everyone, welcome back to my DevOps Career YouTube channel. In today's lab, we are going to learn what is Amazon EFS and how to use it when multiple EC2 instances want to access the same file system. First, we'll start with basics. Amazon EFS stands for Elastic File System. It is a shared network storage that can be mounted on multiple EC2 instances at a same time. So why do we use EFS? In real time, application may have multiple servers running the same applications. All these servers need access to the same files like images, videos, or application data. Instead of storing the files separately on each server, we use EFS as a shared storage. Before we begin the lab, okay, if you find this content is useful, please subscribe to the DevOps Career YouTube channel. Your support helps me create more real-time, hands-on cloud labs for you. So now let's jump into lab and get started. So if you see the architecture diagram here, it contains an EFS and two EC2 instances on different availability zones inside a VPC. So first we will create EFS and then we will launch two EC2 instances in different availability zones and we'll mount EFS on both the servers and verify the shared storage is working or not. Okay, so now let me go to the AWS console. So this is my AWS account where I have already logged in with a user which has administrative privileges in this account. So let me go to the search box and search for EFS. EFS means Elastic File System, which is a shared storage service. So if you want to create a new file system, either you can create file system or in the here, or you can click on this file systems or create a file system. So you need to give the application name which is going to use this EFS as a shared one. So I will use web application EFS. The name of the EFS I have given is web application EFS. So I'm using the default VPC in the Mumbai region to create this EFS. So click on create file system. So the file system is being created now. So meanwhile, you can see the file system has been successfully created now. So now we'll go and launch two EC2 instances in the Mumbai region to attach this EFS as a mount point. Let me search, go to search box and select EC2 instance. Select the service called EC2. I am now in the service called EC2 where we can create virtual servers in AWS Cloud. So click on instances here. So you can click on launch instance. So I will give this the name of the EC2 instances is web app server 1. So web application server 1. So I will use the Linux operating system. Why? Because EFS supports only Linux based operating system to mount as a file server. So I'm using the public AMI of the Linux. So AMI means Amazon Mission Image, which contains operating system. So now we'll go with the instance type. Instance type means the configurations. What is the CPU and what is the configuration? So I'm going with the free tier. So in this free tier, you have two CPUs and 1 GB RAM. So I'm going with the default option now. So key pair. So key pair, you can use the key pair to securely connect to your EC2 instance. So let me create one key pair. So web server key. I'm naming this key pair as a web server key. So I will download the PPK. Create a key pair. So the file private key has been downloaded now. So it is automatically selected the key pair. Click on edit on network settings. So select the subnet where you want to launch the EC2 instance. So I will go with availability zone 1A in the Mumbai region. So this is the default VPC. I'm using 1A availability zone and I will enable the public IP. So I will use the existing security group or you can use the create a new security group. Okay. So I will create a new security group with the name of the instance. So the name of the instance is web server 1. So I will give the same name minus security group. SJ means security group. So by default, it is trying to open port number 22. We'll call it as SSH. We can use the public IP to connect from anywhere. So let me click on the launch. Remaining details, I will go with remaining configurations. I will go with the default configurations. Click on launch. The instance is being launched successfully. So let me go back to the instances again and I will try to launch one more EC2 instance in the availability zone 1B. So web app server 2. I am giving this server name as web application server 2. So I'm again going with the Linux operating system and I will give the instance type as a default one, free type, and I will use the same key pair which I created for the earlier creating server. So what is the key pair I have created? It is web server key. So this is the key that I have used earlier. So now coming to network settings. Here we have to use VPC and the subnet is I will go with 1B. Okay, and public IP I'm trying to enable and I can use the existing security group now which I have created earlier. So instead of creating two different security groups for two different servers where we are hosting the same application, we can use the same security group as a best practice. So this is a security group. So remaining all the configurations, I will go with the default settings. So launch instance. So now we have created the EFS and two EC2 instances in multi-availability zone in the Mumbai region. So now what we'll do is we'll go to EFS. We'll go to EFS and search for the EFS here. So the file system which we created in the EFS is web application EFS. So now we'll try to connect both the EC2 instances one by one by using the putty. So I will select the first server, copy the public IP, and I have the putty here available. Select and paste the public IP, and we need to provide that key pair to log into the EC2 instance. So select this SSH authentication and click on these credentials, and now we need to browse the private key. So the private key is available in the downloads. Select and open. And once it is open, click on this open option. Now it is trying to connect the EC2 instance. Click on this accept. So EC2 minus user is the default user in the Linux operating system. So I will switch to sudo mode. Okay. So I have connected one EC2 instance in which is in the availability zone 1A. Let me connect another EC2 instance. So let me go back to the AWS console and select the server to copy this public IP address and I'm pasting that public IP address here. Again, you need to provide the key pair to connect. So I'm browsing the private key, select, open, accept. So EC2 minus user is the default user, sudo space minus I, which provide root privileges to perform any to run any commands. So now you can see I have connected both the servers, one in availability zone 1A and one in availability zone 1B. Okay. Now we'll try to mount the EFS in the both the servers. So before mounting, we need to create a folder to mount the EFS as a mount point. So make directory EFS. Okay. And here also on the other server also, I'm trying to create a folder EFS. I have created EFS. Do ls to list the folder. So ls, I can list the folders. So now let me go back to the EFS. So if you click on this attach, it will generate. So you can use mount via DNS or mount via IP. So now my servers is connected by using the IP address. So I will go with the mount via IP. Select and select the availability zone on which your EC2 instance is running. So that my first EC2 instance is running on availability zone 1A. So I will select and copy this command and go back to the two EC2 instance. This EC2 instance belongs to availability zone 1A and this EC2 instance belongs to 1B. So I copy the command for 1A. So I paste it. So I pasted this one, enter. So it is trying to connect now. So it is not able to connect. Why? Because we haven't opened the port number 2049 on the EFS security groups. So what I will do, I will minimize both the servers. So go back to the network option, the EFS, and this is the security group that is assigned to this EFS. So let me copy. I have copied the security group. Go to the EC2 and you can see the security groups here. So let me find the security group. So this is the security group and I want to add, okay, 2049 from the VPC. So I will remove this existing rule, add. You can either type 2049 or you can select NFS port number here as well. So this is NFS, select. So now I will use anywhere from the IPv4 and save. So in real time, we don't open the port numbers from anywhere. We'll try to open from the VPC as well. Okay, only with the VPC seller. So what I will do is, for now, I have opened with the anywhere. So let me go back to the EC2 instances. So Control C. So now I will re-enter the same command, enter. So now you can see it has connected. If you see df space minus h, you can see the EFS has been mounted as a mount drive, as a shared drive in the availability zone 1A. So let me go back to the EFS again and click on this attach option. So I want to attach the same EFS as a mount point in the server which belongs to 1B. Select 1B, copy the command and go back to the EC2 instance which is in the availability zone 1B. Paste, enter. Now I have connected EFS. I have mounted the volume in the both the servers. So here you can see df space minus h. You can see EFS is mounted on the server. So now let me switch to the EFS cd change directory EFS. So now I am in the EFS folder. So let me create one file touch web.html. So I'm going to store this web.html inside the EFS, enter. So here also cd EFS Okay, if you do the ls, you can see the web.html. It shows that we have attached the EFS as a shared file system between the two servers. So if you are able to create a file here, touch web2.html. Okay, so you can also see here. So automatically the files is being synced between the two servers by using the EFS. Okay, this confirms both EC2 instances are using the same file storage. Okay, so the conclusion of this video is, in this lab we learn what is EFS, why we use EFS, and how to create EFS, how to mount it on multiple instances, and how the shared storage works in the real time. So if you found this video is helpful, you can either like or share with your friends, or else if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for more AWS hands-on labs. Thank you for watching this video. I would like everybody to subscribe my DevOps Career YouTube channel, where I will be frequently posting only the real-time content in my channel. Thank you for watching.